What does anxiety feel like to you?
It's like I'm in a room full of fires and I can't do anything until I douse each one of them. But there are so many that I don't even know where to start. Some are grease fires, and if I throw water on them, they'll get worse. So I just stand there panicking while I watch everything burn down around me. I can tell myself intellectually that they aren't really fires and that the world won't end if I don't take care of them right now, but emotionally that rarely helps. That knot in my stomach just keeps on intensifying with those fires in my mind. Sometimes before I can even start trying to put them out, I have to sit down in the middle of the room and write down where each fire is and what it takes to put it out. Then I can start with the smaller fires, like making my bed or doing the dishes, before I move on to the bigger fires, like homework or making appointments where I have to talk to people on the phone. The problem is that sometimes I get so caught up in the satisfaction of putting out small fires that I neglect a bigger fire for too long, and I and people around me actually do get burned. Like when I'm so happy tidying up the kitchen that I forget to call a friend who needed to talk, or I leave it too long and I can't get that assignment in before midnight. Sometimes, though, all of the little fires and the big fires together are so overwhelming that I just distract myself from them by watching dumb YouTube videos or scrolling social media. Then I'm too tired to do anything. I try and go to sleep with that enormous knot in my stomach still there telling me that all around me everything is on fire. I know that not everyone feels like this, but I can't stop thinking about the fires and I can't get rid of that knot in my stomach.
I get irritable. It doesn't make sense and it's not fair to the people around me, but that's what happens. I get a giant knot in my stomach and it feels like I can't hardly breathe. Then, if someone tries to ask me a question or for help, or even just for time or attention, I get so angry. It's like, how can you not see I can't handle anything else on my plate right now? I'm barely hanging on as it is. Sometimes even just a loud or unexpected noises will set me off. I know it's selfish, and I get mad at myself for it later. But when I feel like the world is caving in around me, I just get so dang on edge. It's crazy.
Being overwhelmed is what sparks it. When I feel like I can't apply for the job and apply for the apartment and get all my schoolwork done and get to work all before the allotted deadlines. When things to do start piling up around me, I start to feel alone and isolated and so alone. When I'm in the midst of that solitude, it feels like I'll never not feel that way again. It feels like the warmth and comfort of being with other people will never come back. I feel like I'll never not be alone. To get over that, I just have to prove myself wrong and be around other people. Sometimes, though, even when I'm with other people, it doesn't go away. I can get despondent. It's like it takes me more time to process things, till the lonely feeling finally fades away. People aren't kidding when they say you can feel alone in a crowded room.
It feels like I'm on a precipice, like I'm handling things fine now, but if one more thing gets put on my plate, I'll tip over the edge and never stop falling. Then inevitably something does get put on my plate, and I feel like I'm spiraling. Day to day, I worry that I won't be able to do the next 10 necessary things. I worry that I need to get sleep so I can handle the next day better. Then I psych myself out of sleeping altogether, and I'm tired and stressed all the next day too.
It feels out of control, like I'm speeding down the interstate with no brakes and I'm missing all the exits. My mind is going a million miles a minute, imagining every terrible outcome if I don't do everything right. Like, if I don't find another job, I won't make rent and I'll end up sleeping in the street and getting killed by a crazy homeless guy. It sounds funny, except really, I do spend a lot of time letting my mind go down these trails until I feel so nervous I'm sick. I'll think about how if I don't remember to text my friends, they'll get bored with me and stop pretending they like me. Or I'll worry that I'll text them too much and they're going to get annoyed and tell me to leave them alone. Or worse, they'll keep putting up with me, but I'll know that they can't stand me.
It's like being stuck on an island, feeling like I'll never get off. I'm so focused on the vastness of the ocean in front of me and how alone I feel that I'm not able to see the bridges off the island that are all around me. It's like that giant terrifying ocean noise drowns out the sound of the other people who could be on the island right next to me. They could be calling out to me and I still wouldn't hear them.
It feels like being a little kid. and you fall asleep on the couch in the evening with family and friends around. Then you wake up and find that everyone else has left and gone to bed, and now you're all alone in the dark. It's like this oppressive feeling of having missed out on something important that you'll never be able to get back or experience again. In moments like that, it really feels like the end of the world. Like something is broken and you can't ever put it back together.